So we are going live on Team Eagle right now, which means I'm going to have to close out the Facebook Live on my screen so there's no background noise.
Yeah, yes. Good learning. That was smart. You remembered that.
Awesome. All right. All right, everyone. Well, welcome to part dos of our shift for change. I got to be careful how I say that. Shift for Change webinar. So the purpose of the second part of the webinar is to set the tone to what this challenge group is going to be all about. That's number one. So we're going to go step by step and set the expectations for you guys on what we're going to be doing in this group. And the whole purpose of creating this as a group, guys, is, you know, and this comes from personal experience, is becoming a challenger again. You know, I know that a lot of coaches have stopped being challengers. And so we really have to put ourselves through a transformation in order for us really to be successful in our fitness business. We really do. And I'm speaking from conviction. I'm speaking from a place where I've gone through my own sort of shift shop transformation, a mental transformation. And it's really, you know, spilled over into my business because of that. And so, you know, you guys are going to be what, you're going to be our test group, so to speak, of Shift Shop. And the great thing about this, guys, is that we're also going to have the co-creator, as he said, although he is the creator of Shift Shop, right? But Chris Downey is also going to be in the group. So he's going to be watching as well. So we're really super excited that he's going to be part of our challenge group. And number two is what you're also going to learn in this webinar tonight is that you guys are going to rinse and repeat what you're learning here as a challenger, and you're going to do the same in your own challenge group. So whatever we're doing here, you're going to copy and paste and do the same thing in your challenge group. And at the end of our webinar tonight, you know, Brooke is going to share an amazing document that is going to help us step by step on how to launch your own Shift Shop challenge group. It's going to blow your mind, guys, seriously. So with that, let me start sharing the actual presentation. Let me go get it. All right.
So what we like to call this is this is going to be like a internship. Like you're going to be in this group transforming, but at the same time, you're going to be learning how to actually run your group. The same way last night, the people who shared, I remember, I think it was Yadi who shared that she learned to become a better coach. And so that's what we're doing this for. We want to make sure that you guys are getting a really great experience as a challenger so that you can turn around and be a better coach. And so we are going to be showing you tonight how to be a participant, but also how to then turn around and do this on your own with your own group. And so it's kind of like, you're not going to just be a challenger. You're going to boss up in everything. You're going to shift in every area of your life. It's not just come in, you know, do these workouts. It's, you know, you signed up to become a coach because you wanted to help other people. And so we have to stop, like get out of our way and accept the fact that we are our own, we're going to be our own, we're going to be challengers, but we're also going to be sharing this with the world. And so this webinar, be prepared to not only learn what you're going to be doing for yourself, but what you're going to be doing in your groups. Okay, everybody?
Right. Everybody's going to rinse and repeat. The bottom line is, guys, the goal here is for you to go through your own transformation. And number two, to become a better coach, and then rinse and repeat in your own challenge groups. And number three, the more lives you change, guys, guess what's going to happen? Your business is going to grow. At the end of the day, we're in the fitness business, and we're all looking to help transform lives. That's the bottom line. And it starts right here in this first screen. Everyone has to have, and by the way, guys, let me just say up front that some of the things may sound basic to you, but we just want to ensure that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's. And we don't want to assume that everybody knows what they have to do. So we're taking this baby steps. We're taking baby steps with this. So number one, everybody needs the all access Beachbody on demand. You need to have that. Everybody by now should have ordered their 3-day refresh, because we're going to kick off this challenge group with a 3-day refresh. And there's a reason for it. And later on, this entire webinar is being hosted by the New York City Market Council. So the council members are going to share with you why we're doing this 3-day refresh. Okay. And then the last thing are the markers. Okay. We've got to have the markers, and they do add a lot of purpose to this program. I know Melissa, who's here in the council, and I'm sure she'll probably touch on that. And it's powerful. Those markers are powerful. So with that, I am now going to turn it over to Unides. And where is Unides? You there?
I'm here.
You're there. Okay. But why isn't, okay, there we go. So Unides, it's all yours.
All righty, guys. So as Mickey mentioned, our challenge group is, if you want to call it, our lifeline. So, and we must first put ourselves in the mindset of, I am a challenger myself. So you're going to, first of all, go into the back office and search for the actual challenge group guide that is designed by corporate for this specific workout program. Why do we want to do that? Because we don't have to recreate the wheel or spend additional time doing over all of the things that have already been done for us. There's videos that are going to be presented by the actual trainer, tips, ideas, and even like things that will help the challenger and yourself improve and get better. Now, you don't just have this guide here to help you become the best coach there is, but you also have talking points. And a lot of people get stuck on, what can I say and who am I speaking to and how do I word what I am doing in this workout? Because you're speaking to the regular audience. So that's why we have talking points in the back office. If you look at the talking points, it will give you the audience that you are targeting. It'll speak to you as to, if it has a modifier, it will speak to you as the positives of each program. So focus on going in and getting familiarized with those talking points, because when you're working out and you want to post your workout, that's where you're going to pull information from. Then you're also going to check out the section that says sample media post. It will help you not vomit all of this information on your social media. It's almost as if you want people to get intrigued by what you're doing. So you're giving them snack ideas so that they get a bite and then they want more. And the way they do this is because you're sharing, number one, your journey outside. Like, you are a coach and you're doing this to hold yourself accountable. So you're posting on social media that you're doing this, but you're not doing it alone. You have a team. I don't care if you're alone, but you have us. We are a team and we're together tackling this mission, which is helping you shift. And I want you to think clearly on what is it that you're going to shift through this challenge, because that's going to be your theme. And as you post on social media, you're going to find people who are going to root on you, for you, helping you move forward so that you're shifting, but you can't give up in the middle of it. All right. So you have all of the information in the back office, and it's there for you right here, the image, so that you can just follow the directions. You can go on to the next. As Mickey mentioned, you are a challenger first. We are not fitness experts. We are not nutrition experts. We have nothing better than anybody else. I am a mom of 2, and I'm constantly overcoming obstacles. I face them every single day in my workout. Whatever I'm going through in that moment, I'm speaking to my public. Sometimes I also get some objections that I kind of throw in there as well. And I use all of that as a conversation. I always put it back on me, and then I set it up to you. So if you notice, I'm always putting it back on. So this is what happened with me right now. Now, do you feel the same way as I do? let me help you. Because it doesn't serve any purpose for you to say, I did shift shop day 3, day 4, day 5. Woo-ha, good for you. But what do you want me to do by watching you do shift shop? Do you want me to join you? Do you want me to check it out? Do you want me to try one of the recipes? Do you want me to experience what you're experiencing? Then invite me. Tell me. In social media, you need to tell people what you want them to do. I've also learned that a lot of people don't like to comment below. So maybe you ask them to put in their special, their favorite emojis, or email you or private message you because they're embarrassed to single themselves out. If they've tagged their friends on your page before, they may feel embarrassed. Give time, give dates, be specific as to what is happening. So right now we are in a very peak moment where we're getting started. We're creating hype. Nobody knows what's happening behind walls. Nobody knows that you have 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 2 people. Nobody knows that but you. But you're going to create hype. And you're going to say you're so excited, and you have to feel excited because you're part of something big. You're part of a huge movement. So you want to go ahead and share that you're bringing in this open opportunity for everyone to be part of it. And you want them to be a part and not to miss out. So you want to make sure that in your post, you're mentioning that you're starting right after July 4th so that they have an idea as to when they can start. Because right now people are on vacation mode. So you want to give them an idea, a time frame. Here's more examples. You can follow most of us. You can follow all of us and take the ideas that we are posting, but don't copy it. Make it your own. Make it in your own way. Right now, like for those of us who traveled into Punta Cana, you can use images that you have from yourself with the trainer. I do not agree with taking images that are from the back office and using them on your social media, because what you're doing is you're telling your audience, I don't want to talk to you. What I want you to do is I want you to Google this and I want you to go buy it without my help and without my assistance. And that's exactly what they will do. So if you want them to reach out to you, then let them see you be in the middle of the work. Let them see you be the one who represents what their future will look like. So that's why your face has to be front and center. Your page is about your journey with the Shift Shop. Call it, that's why we're calling it Shift for Change. That's your specific, your unique group. It doesn't have to be Shift Shop because that's Beachbody's program. What is this program going to do for you? Is it a mindset shift? Is it a nutrition shift? Is it a baggage shift? What kind of shift are you having? Mention that in all of your posts. And I promise you that from here through the end of this challenge, you're going to have conversations with people about this.
So if you have not shared your experience from the sneak peek, we will have another opportunity, and Brooke will share at the end on what you can do this weekend. So these samples were what all of us did, like most of us did when we had the sneak peek last week. So you still have time to share. If you haven't, if you did it, create a post tonight. It's Transformation Tuesday, and go deep. Share with people what you're about to do, what you're about to challenge yourself with. Be vulnerable and be open and invite people into your life. Right now, I'm talking to a prospect who just told me that what inspires her most about me is that I share my truth, my life, my family, and and she gravitates to that. And so guys, stop holding these things inside and be open with what it is that you're feeling when you try these workouts, because I know that there has to be a million things going through your mind when you're challenging yourself and when you're trying these workouts out. So share that. And that's what these samples are for.
All right. So next, who do we have next? Because now we're going to talk about challenge group expectations. I believe is Lindsay.
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys excited? We're going to do this.
Okay. So in your challenge group, what we're going to do is have everyone do an introduction video. And like it says, we're basically what each person needs to do is say why they joined, who they are, and what they're hoping to shift in their life. When you make a video, I mean, it's deep enough it's pretty deep when you get somebody to write this stuff out. Whenever I start a new challenge group, I always have the person, I always put a welcome sign up, and then I have everybody say who they are, where they're from, and what their goals are. And I always can tell who's really in it to win it, because they're the ones who are answering with the deep answers. So if we can get everybody to do a video and talk, that's going to be deep and life-changing, and it's going to start their shift for sure. 100%. Definitely when you present this to people, a lot of people are scared to talk, to make a video. I know I was when I made my first video, and I was encouraged by my coach to do it anyway. So just tips on that, tell them to do it in one take, that it doesn't matter if they stumble on their words. Don't think about it, just speak and just post it. Okay, you definitely don't want to put pressure on them. You just tell them, a quick 30-second video answering these questions in one take. Okay, because otherwise what happens is this turns into a nightmare, and they repeat it like 50,000 times. Okay, so so the video must be posted in the challenge group no later than Tuesday, July 4th. And so we're all going to be held accountable for that.
And you know what's really great, Lindsay? Because when you were saying how you encouraged you to do the video, by us doing our own videos, it puts us in a position that we can coach our challengers when it's their turn to do it, because we put ourselves through it.
Right.
So thank you for sharing that. Okay.
It also makes you more accountable, I think, right?
Exactly.
Like when you make a video sharing why you want to do something and you put it out there and your whole team saw it, you're less likely to quit on yourself.
Yes, I agree. I think I think a video is like the real deal. Like if they're going to make a video and they're going to put it up, they're going to do this. They're going to be all in. So, and by us doing it and showing them it's really not that scary to do it. And, a quick 30-second thing of us telling our ideas and then saying, okay, now it's your turn, you go, But yeah, I wouldn't make it like
and they could go live and they could do.
Don't make it scary for them. It's not a big deal. Make your video, post it up, have it in, and let's move on and reach those goals. So on July 4th, you're going to have their 1 day pass to eat what you want, because July 5th, which is going to be the next slide, is when everything's going to really go down. That's when the 3-day refresh is going to start for whoever bought it. And it's really going to be like that preseason week of getting everybody ready for the actual launch on July 13th. So that's, everybody's going to be getting their mind ready, their body ready. Everybody's going to be getting ready to go between July 5th and July 12th.
Yeah, and the other thing with that, just like if you don't mind, Lindsay,
go ahead.
Is we're kicking it off with a 3-day refresh just to detox all of us, doing this 3-day refresh together. But it's also about detoxing your kitchen, like detox the stuff in your cabinets, detox everything that is not going to help you, shift your mindset, that's going to help you go through this transformation. And somewhere along the line, guys, as you're detoxing, you may be detoxing some people from your life. Like it's
true.
It happens. And what I want to share just here, it's something that I did. This was years and years ago, guys, because I know that a lot of us, and also our clients as well, they don't have a support system. And that's why it's so important to connect to our group and post in there every day. But sometimes our family members are not the most supportive. I think that we all have that one family member that's not. But I know that years ago, when I first started this huge challenge in my life, I literally sent out an email to all my friends and family members asking that I needed their help. So something like that, I would let people know that you're embarking on this new journey and that you're looking for their support. So
and don't assume that just because they say they started and they're doing great, that all these snacks are out of their house. Because I had a challenger recently that was like, yeah, I'm doing great, and a couple of days later I checked in and she's like, I'm just snacking on the wrong things. I just don't know what to do. I'm like, well, what are you snacking on? She's like, well, I have pretzels and potato chips. I'm like, why are they even in your house? You need to get those out. Like, those type of snacks shouldn't even be there. And I know, like, when you have kids, it's harder, but maybe an idea for kids is a snack cabinet that you don't go into, move that stuff to the side and have your own little area. But, don't assume just because they're starting that they've detoxed their cabinets, because they don't, so add that into your.
Yeah, so before, I think Melissa has, I'm sorry to cut you off. I think Melissa had this slide too, but I just want to go, Mickey, can you go back to the gorging slide real quick? Because I think it's important that people understand. So we've never done this where on the 4th of July, we're going to be advocates for eating bad, drinking and partying and just being real. And the reason why we wanted to do this is that we thought it would be really exciting, not only for you guys to get it all out of your system before you started the group, but we thought it'd be a great marketing piece to do what all the other coaches are not going to be doing, because all the other coaches are going to be drinking and partying and they're going to be acting like they're eating salads. And that's not who we are. We keep it real, right? And so we want you to promote the fact that this is what you're doing. And do you want to join me tomorrow? Because we're going to detox. And it's very attractive. This is a really great marketing piece. So you guys can start getting creative with what you're going to be talking about and sharing as of now, because I guarantee you guys can all hit Success Club in the beginning of July just by marketing this properly. So you can start preparing as of now that you're going to be gorging and that, oh my God, this is something out of your element, something different, something you've never done. And you'll get people that'll be really attractive. And Melissa, are you there? Because we're going to hand it over to you.
But also hitting Success Club this month, right now.
Oh yeah. If you haven't hit Success Club
for the rest of the week.
Oh my God.
In for the July 5th group. Like, that's what you need to do. Like, use all
Definitely.
these what you're learning here to get the momentum, get your few people in for this month. And then obviously you're set up for July also.
I actually, when Brooke shares later, her piece, like I was looking at a lot of the stuff. So we're going ahead of ourselves, but guys, everything we're sharing now is actually stuff that's going to be like, oh my God, I could have done that. And I could have hit Success Club. And the other thing, Melissa, is good you mentioned, we have a raffle for those who hit Success Club last month. So if you hit Success Club last month and you haven't hit this month, you might want to go on Team Eagle's page and look at the amazing ticket that we're going to be raffling. So it's another incentive for achieving Success Club 10 this month.
Can you tell them what the raffle is? Just in case.
Oh yeah, let's let Melissa share. Melissa's is next.
I thought you guys were only gonna let me share after Lindsay talked about the fun gorging day. I got to tell everybody that now you have to get punished and cleanse for 3 days. But before we get into that, the raffle in question is a raffle to go see Tony Robbins. So if you achieve Success Club in the month of May, Success Club 10, and you have already achieved it in this month, make sure you post your back office showing this on the post that Saudi posted on Team Eagle, and let us know, because when are we going to be raffling this, guys? It has to be soon, because we got to give a name in.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bump it now in the team page.
Details to follow. All right, so let's talk about the 3-day refresh, guys. So exciting. I actually love the 3-day refresh. Whenever I start posting about it, everybody wants to know what it's about. So make sure you guys open an album on your page that's called 3-day refresh. On day one, which is July 5th, right after your gorging day, you'll be nice and plump for this scale picture. You're gonna take day one picture. Make sure you're wearing the clothes that you're gonna wear on day 4, because you're not taking them on day 3, you're taking them on day 4. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a picture. You guys, everybody here has to know how to take a picture. If not, we'll bump that also on Team Eagle page. One through the front, one through the side. You don't have to do the back. Make sure you weigh yourself, post that as well. There's going to be an album in our group that's called 3-Day Refresh. Make sure that you're posting your stuff in there, because then it's gonna get lost in the feed, and we wanna make sure that when we're looking for these pictures, we can find them. So you're gonna take your day one picture, your measurements, you're gonna do your weight and your waist, all right? On July 8th is the 4th day. You're going to take your final pictures, like it says on this presentation. And you're going to also do your weight and your measurements. Make sure, guys, that you do a side-by-side, that you're comparing, and that you can see. We all talk about not wanting to jump because we don't have a program that we haven't finished. This is your program, 3 days. In 3 days, you have completed a program and you have something to share, okay? And make sure that if you go on stories on Instagram, on Snapchat, wherever you use stories, make sure you're posting when you're making your shakes, when you're making your fiber. People want to know what it is that's happening and how you lost 6 pounds in these 3 days. Another thing, guys, like Mickey and Lindsay said before, let go of that baggage. Whatever it is that's holding you back, you're going to let go of it with this 3-day refresh. Anything. It could be mental, whatever blockage, this is where you let it go. So on day 1, you wake up and get ready to get rid of everything. All right, guys? Next.
All right. So, yeah, I was getting some feedback. Who's next? Is it me? I don't think this was me.
Melissa.
Oh, Melissa. Yay. Melissa, and feel free to share how they're going to hit Success Club this month, because I know you were going to have a call with your team tonight, and you took the time to be on here, and thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Okay. So the Shift Shop will obviously officially releases July 12th. So you guys, everybody will have like a full week. It's exactly a week. That's like the detox week to get ready for this release date. So this is when we're going to do our official round 1 before pictures, measurements, posed photos are shown here. This is exactly the way it was done in the test group. And that's exactly the way we're running this group, because clearly it worked. So we want to give you guys the chance to get the same results that everybody in the test group got. So literally meal plans are going to be the same, pictures when they're due, assignments, weight, everything's the same. So first assignment, homework assignment, I guess it's not the first. The first official one with the Shift Shop itself will be this. So you need to make sure that those are given in by the 12th, the 11th or the 12th, like done, taken your pictures, posted in the group or sent, I don't know, we're going to have them send them somewhere or whatever it is, I guess.
We're going to have an album, and in there, they're going to post their picture, and the caption is going to have their weight. Guys, this is your opportunity to really boss up and learn how to really do these things. Like, measurements are important.
In the test group, the way we had to do the measurements, there was a picture of a person, and it had like, you know, waist, chest, arms, thighs, and you filled in each of them with the date, and you took a picture of it, and that's what you had to send in. So maybe we could do that too. So in the album, you can put, and also on that was the weight. So it would say the dates of everything being due. So like, you know, July 12th, then, you know, after 1 round, whatever date that'll be, after 2 rounds, whatever date that'll be, whatever, where you fill it in, you take the picture and you upload it with your posed photos and a selfie photo.
Let's use that. That's the blessing of having Melissa and all the participants from the test group, that they're literally giving us everything, guys. So thank you for that, Melissa, and we'll add that. Mickey, let's take notes.
And a selfie photo.
Because that's great.
Not just, but also just a picture of yourself, like at least, you know, like hips up, selfie photo, and then those are also with the post photos. Whenever photos are due, a selfie's due also as part of the package.
I always screw up my selfies. I'm gonna have to learn how to do the right.
Me too.
Oh, I feel like they're the best ever.
But they're great, and they really prove.
And you could just
prove to people that you're real.
And you always can
Yeah.
just do another side by side anytime, any day that you're feeling strong, seeing definition. You just take another one and you just put it right next to your old one and you can see without having someone else have to do it, whatever. But it was part of the test group. Okay, next slide. Final round one result. Okay, so then on this will be your next assignment. Will be your next like important key date would be August 2nd. So you're gonna, all the stuff that you submitted by July 12th, you're gonna resubmit on August 2nd. You're gonna now have, if you follow this, which you should, you guys should think of this process as your job, like, because it is gonna equal a paycheck at the end. So if you follow this to a T, like I did, and whoever's photos you saw in the test group that were great, you're gonna have your own picture, your own before and after to share, which there is nothing more valuable than that in this business, because you're showing the product works in 21 days. And I guarantee if you follow this program for 21 days, you will have never, ever gotten results like this quickly, ever. I 100% guarantee it. So make sure that you're thinking of that when you're going through this process. And remember that along the way, you're not gonna share side by sides. Like I'm a big believer in building up the excitement of your watchers and your fans and your crowd and your audience on waiting to see that final photo. So that like you can show them obviously selfies every day and so on, but not the side by side photo until until the end. And you build it up and you're like, only one more day. I can't wait to show you guys my results. You know, like this is part of marketing, and like people will be waiting. Like I had people like, when are you gonna post? When are you gonna post? And I remember when I was watching everyone in the group and I was like stalking their pages the day that they were done, like wanting to see that, you know, that before and after. And then they see it and they're like, holy shit. And then they message you. So along the way, obviously you wanna be posting every day about your workouts and stuff, and you know, how great you feel and whatever non-scale victories, but you wanna share that final results picture at the end, the two side by side. Okay, I think I do another slide too. Do I?
Yeah, well, here is just, you know, that once you finish that, you know, your round one results is just gonna go into
round two.
Right,
Yeah.
round two. So I think that now it goes over to Saudi, I think.
You guys, I want you to know that, so some of the things we want you to do right now is to start creating your group and start Googling what you're going to name your group before we get into this whole finale. And I want you guys to be really excited about the fact that we're all in the Market Council going to be going live almost every single day. And so it's such a blessing that most of, like half of the Market Council was in this group or in other test groups. And so these guys are all really experienced on what they can share with all of you to help you make this to help you guys be more effective in your group and as a challenger. So start creating your group, a dummy group. Guys, if you're a new coach, like don't be afraid. Even if there's not one person, like if you have to pretend that your dog is in there, your cat, like nobody's gonna freaking kill you for opening up a challenge group. Nobody's gonna even know that it exists. But having it and starting to set yourself up for success by adding all of these things that we're going to be sharing, and simply by what Uniti shared. So the piece when Uniti shared that we were showing you exactly where to go to get your challenge group guide. Obviously in our group, every day you're going to see one of those posts, but we don't want you to just see those posts and go and be like, okay, we want you to know where it's coming from. We want to mold you into the best coach. So get that into your heads, because I'm very passionate about that right now, guys. This whole thing, came about because we want to help you all be better coaches. It's not only about shifting in your transformations and getting the results. It's about helping other people and sharing this with other people and doing it through your challenge groups. That's the only way to do it. And I also am a huge believer that you become a better person when you coach somebody else. Like when I first became a coach, I was that rare coach I didn't go all in for myself. I went all in because I had other people counting on me. And so I want you all to feel that. I want you all to feel what it feels like to have somebody else looking up to you. It's going to make the shift. It's going to make you change. And so on August 23rd is going to be the end date of Shift Shop in the group. I'm hoping that this group is going to be so freaking badass that it'll end up being like a lifelong group. But the finale, you're going to record your final weight, your measurements, just everything that Melissa shared. I'm just going to, read it back to you guys. And you're going to record the final and post the photos. And you're on step 4 is that you're going to post those final pictures with your measurements in an album. And we're going to be very strict in this group. If you post your picture randomly, just because you don't care and you just want to get it in there, it's going to be deleted. And you might even get deleted. If you don't post a video where you're supposed to, like, enough is enough with just sharing to share, you have to understand that in order for us to help you become better coaches, we have to make sure that you're following the guidelines. And the guidelines are that there will be a group for before pictures. There'll be a group for your after pictures. A album for after pictures and album for before pictures, so that it is a controlled and organized place for us to help you be better. Okay. So Mickey, you can go to the next one unless I missed something on the finale.
Well, that's good.
Oh, one more thing. Some of us that will be at Summit, our finale date will be different. Okay. So don't worry about that. Like, if you start a few days later and because you were at Summit, it's okay. We're going to be at Summit. So there's no problem.
And can I interject real quick? That happens in all of our challenge groups at all times.
Exactly.
People say, I have a start date for my challenge group, but now it's past that date. Can I still add people? I'm like, absolutely. We're constantly taking people. So just because you're 2 weeks ahead or 2 weeks behind, it doesn't really matter. You're still taking your own count, and it brings back you're owning your journey. You're responsible for your own dates. Like, yes, we are coaches, but everybody is responsible for their check-in dates and their progress.
Yes. And it's great that you just reminded me of something. And so Diamonds and Beyond, okay, we need your help. And so to follow this webinar, there will be another webinar or call or something or meeting. I don't know what it's going to be, but we need your help in running this group and making sure that everybody is being serviced. Because even though some of you are coaches, some of you are coaches that are orphans and you don't have an upline, but you do have a Star Diamond upline. And so we are going to reach out to those people who are actively working their business, because we're going to need your help in making sure that your coaches are being serviced properly, because somewhere down the line, the market council will not be able to reach out to everybody and make sure that everybody is doing the right thing. So if you see one of your coaches, posting randomly or not doing what they're supposed to, or they didn't do their video, you're responsible for your coaches. Okay. We're not going to babysit in here. This is going to be a no bullshit zone kind of group. It's for people who really want to shift and boss up in their business. So Mickey, you can go to the next one. All right, this one's awesome. I'm so glad Mickey, she was so funny when we were working on this. She was like, wait a minute, there's something missing. And this is such a big one. So we are all gonna enter into the Beachbody Challenge. And I want us to really make a lot of hype about this, because not for nothing, guys, we can be rewarded. Like, so many coaches on Team Eagle, I know Paula, Macias, Hector, I think Mickey, like so many people have won the $500, and you could imagine the coaches on Team Eagle that could have been. I think right now, Lindsay, don't we have somebody in Team Eagle who's in the running for the 1,000 for the 100,000?
Courtney.
No.
Courtney. Oh my God, no, she's
No.
not no more.
No.
She was, but she did win, right?
She won, what is it, 20? I think she won
25,000, I think.
Oh, just 20,000, just 25,000.
She won that. She was up to the very end where they picked the 8, whatever you went up to that point.
Oh my God. So guys, it's possible. So you enter the Beachbody Challenge, okay? You get rewarded, you get the free t-shirt, which is awesome. You get to become, you get to be in the running for these things. And when Mickey, when she remembered this, she's like, you know what? If our coaches are not doing this, our customers are not doing this.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that I register and create hype, huh? So we're all gonna register and create hype on Team Eagle in the group, because the group is open. So we're gonna start. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna post the link to the group, and everybody just start adding themselves and making it happen, getting it going.
Okay.
Mickey, anything else on this one?
No, that was it on that one.
Okay. And then this should have been Melissa that shared this because Melissa is like the party girl in the group. So August 26th. Well, we still don't have the date, all right? Let her have it. What, Mickey? I'm not the party girl. You're the Sapphire. So we don't have the date yet because, well, we found out about this mushroom because of you. So we still don't have the exact date, but just guys, be patient with us. It's in the works. It's either going to be the 26th or the 27th. We're going to have an amazing team celebration. I was so bummed that I couldn't attend a party that Melissa threw with her family here last year. Just the pictures and the videos had me so jealous the whole entire time because it was just what we love, right? We love to be with our team and we love to celebrate our success and our transformations. This is going to be a different type of Team Eagle party, and it's everybody within Team Eagle is going to be invited. We're not only going to celebrate our transformations, but we're just going to really just let our hair down. There's not going to be no training. There's not going to be none of that. We're going to be at the beach. We're going to have some team building activities for you guys, and we are going to pray that we can invite someone really, really special and that he just comes down. So let's see what happens with that. So I don't know if anybody else wants to share something about the mushroom in Long Beach.
Tomorrow I'll be able to go there and I could probably get everything situated
Okay.
for this, and just to share that this is where every year growing up as a kid, this is where our end of the year school party was.
It totally was.
So us, the girls from Long Beach, have been there like a million times, and it's always like the best day. Like it's just
Awesome.
such a great place to be. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And what I love about
I'm
it is
super
that
excited.
we work so hard, doing 2 rounds, that on the date that is finalized, we're going to be able to show off our hard work.
Yeah.
What better place than at the beach?
Yeah, and I love this kind of stuff. I feel like every single piece of motivation you can have to be all in the entire time. Like the summertime is rough, and so for me, this is like you have a win right now. You have a win if you put into your mindset that you're gonna work hard to have these results to celebrate on the 26th and 27th. So many things are gonna happen in your life. Your business is gonna grow. You're going to avoid gaining a ton of unwanted weight for doing mindless eating and bullshit that you don't need to do. I mean, I understand that it's the summer and that people want to enjoy and indulge, but that doesn't need to be the thing that you revolve your life around. You can indulge and eat salads and eat healthy and eat a ton of chicken and a ton of veggies. It's just shifting what you're freaking putting in your body. Like if you're a coach and you love yourself enough, you're going to make the shift as of now. You're going to make the shift with us and you're going to eat the things that are going to make your body better. Because in order for you to be a great coach, you need to be an advocate. You need to be the proof that the product works. It's part of the package. We get paid to be fit and to be healthy. And so if you're not getting paid, take a look at yourself in the mirror. If you're not getting paid, if you don't have a paycheck every Thursday, just go in front of your mirror and tell yourself, oh, fuck, I'm not getting paid because I'm eating like shit. Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Whenever your business goes down, if you go into your back office, it's always you. If you go into your back office and you look at your entire history of being a coach, I guarantee that when you started, there was a freaking paycheck there. I guarantee. Why? Because you were probably being an advocate that the product works. You were sharing organically what this was doing to your life, and somewhere along the line, you stopped. And so we want you back. We want you back. Mickey and I are back. Brooke is back. Lindsay's back, Melissa's back. We're all back. Unidi's just freaking did a test.
Never
group.
left.
You
What
know,
are you
we're
talking
all
about?
crushing it. No, I'm saying like your freaking results are insane. You're better than before.
Yes.
You know, we're always getting better. No matter where you are in this business, we're always getting better. There's no, oh, I made it kind of.
No.
There's no, I made it. It's always, we're always striving to be better. And that's why Beachbody keeps creating these programs, because they want us to be better. They want us to do more every day and to be the best version of ourselves. And so let's go for it, guys.
Awesome. Okay. All right, I think we're coming close to the end, and here I am so excited about this gift shop launch guide.
We should have just went to this. This is a cheat sheet.
I'm gonna turn it over to Brooke.
I just got, just FYI, I want to show you guys my phone that someone that I have never talked to in my life just wrote to me, okay, I'm ready to make the shift.
You see?
And that is the type of message that I've gotten. I have 2 or 3 of these just from while we've been on this call that I have to respond to, because I've been following this shit to a T. To a T, you guys. And that's why the results are so crazy. And no, like, just showing my stomach every day in a picture, which is like something I never did ever, when no matter what shape I was in ever, keeps me accountable. I'm like, shit, I gotta take my shirt off tomorrow for my picture that I'm gonna post. I swear to you, that sounds so stupid, but it's true. I'm like, I have tomorrow when I do my after workout picture, I need to show my stomach because that's what I do every day. I can't do one now with a shirt because they're gonna be like, oh shit, she was eating yesterday. Like, I need to show it. And so it keeps me on track. And that is also just so much proof to all these people that have been following me all along that they're like, holy shit, like, I need to do this.
That's so true. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Melissa, that is exactly the same thing I did when I was in the Core de Force test group.
Yeah.
I usually worked with a shirt on top, and I feel more comfortable that way.
Mhm.
But because of Core de Force, it focuses on your core. I'm like, I got to do something different. So I went always with a sports bra. And the same reason, I knew people were looking because my big thing was I'm getting abs. You know, people know my obsession for wanting to get abs. So I'm like, guys, can you see them? And I made them involved in it. And whenever I didn't wear it, I felt like, what am I covering up? Let me just take it off. And it became a thing.
Yep. And not only that, but in my groups every day, I go live with no shirt on. And in a video, you really can't hide anything. Like, you can in a
You
picture.
can't filter that.
Whatever. In a video, it's you moving and it's me making my Energize every morning, 5:30, no shirt on, my sports bra, my workout pants, and I just give them like a little motivation in the morning. And I just know, like, I have to be topless to the public, to 35, 40,000 people that follow me. I have to stick to this friggin' program. So now I just want to like continue that forever and just make it my thing so it keeps me accountable. But then nothing.
So let me answer a question that's in the chat. So Lee wanted to know, well, what is Lee a girl or boy? I don't know. So about a girl. Okay. All right, girl. So you can start when you get your program. But just don't limit yourself as to who you're reaching out to. Like, when you're talking about this, like, don't limit yourself to just, you know, sharing this with the people within your area. Like, reach to the masses, because we have to stop playing small in this business, guys. Like, you know, if you obviously you're going to start a little later, and your people in your circle are going to start a little later because of the issues with the mountains and that stuff. It's okay. Your challenge group will start a little later. You in our challenge group will also have to start a little later with those folks that are going to be at Summit. And then, you know, when you have your program, you can start. That doesn't mean that you can't download the nutrition guide from your app. That does not mean that you can't start doing your research. That doesn't mean that right now you can't start educating yourself on everything in the back office. So just don't let that hold you back. And again, reach out to the masses. And Melissa, it's back to you.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Like, it really, when you really go all in and share it, people come to you, like, a lot of them. So it's like, again, and I know I already said this, but just make the decision that you're going to make. Like, this is your job. These workouts and this meal plan is your paycheck. These are the things that are going to get the people you want in your business. And they're going to be the ones that are going to attract the new leaders and give you what you've been working for. So don't cheat on yourself when you're going into this program. Like, this is literally a ticket to a better life for you. Like, legitimately, it is. Mentally, physically, financially, it's all there, and literally 21 days away. So don't shortchange yourself. Just go all in, and it's everything you need and want. So just do it. I don't know if that's my noise. I'm gonna be.
I don't know, Brooke,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
So we're gonna switch gears in a minute. Like this, like whole presentation has been about our challenge group and how we as coaches are gonna get a chance to be challengers again. Which I don't know about you guys, but it's something that I desperately have been needing and it's been missing in my life in terms of my own personal transformation. I think that being a challenger and like going through this experience and going all in is super important. So we're gonna switch gears though, and we're going to talk about the way that we're going to kind of market this to everybody else, like on our like pages, on our personal Facebook pages. This is what we're going to be presenting to the masses out there, because it's not enough to just message people. It's not enough to just say, oh, hey, like Shift Shop's coming out and you should totally do this with me. It's not enough. It's not going to reach who you want to be reaching. You need to have a focused approach. And what we are super, super, super lucky to have, I actually got this from a coach on another team, and she was so generous to like share this with us, is basically from July 1st to July 14th, every single day, it is a step-by-step guide as to what you should be posting. It's not a script, because you need to sound like yourself. You don't want to just, copy and paste what somebody else is saying, but it's telling you exactly what should be inside of your post, what videos you should be doing. I mean, they're hyperlinks, so you can click on them and actually include these videos in your posts. And this way, every day from July 1st to July 14th, and the reason it ends on July 14th is because I don't know if you guys know this, Shift Shop itself is being released on the 12th for BOD, but the 14th is the day that the DVDs are being released. Although, I still, I don't know why people would get the DVDs at this point, but it's giving you 14 days, 2 full weeks of very pointed, very specific things that you are going to be posting on your like page and your personal page to get the hype up, to get people interested, and you're adding value because you're not just posting blindly. You're not just putting up a before and after and being like, boom, that's what Shift Shop can do for you. It needs to be more than this. You need to let people know what's going on. You need to show them what you're going to be doing, because you are going to be doing this for the next 3 weeks, and then again for another 3 weeks. That's what we're going to be doing. Remember when you first started and you didn't know how to be a coach, but you were just so excited about what was going on in your life? You organically shared. This is a marketing plan for what you were doing when you first became a coach, but you didn't realize you were doing it. This is showing you exactly what you need to do from the 1st to the 14th, laid out. No need to reinvent the wheel. I know sometimes, especially with newer coaches, it's kind of hard to know what to say and when to say it and what to include. And we don't want to sound too salesy, and we don't want to sound like this, that, or the other thing. Well, this is showing you exactly what you need to do. And I'm super excited that we got this, because really this saved our asses. Because now we were going to try to come up with one ourselves, but now we have it and we don't need to do that. So that's another piece of advice, guys. Don't reinvent the wheel. So I know this says to start July 1st, but there are some of you that still need to hit Success Club this month. You don't have to post July 1st and July 1st. You could post it now. You could post it tomorrow. I mean, why wait? There is no need to wait. You can do this on your own.
You should do it now. Now.
Yeah, I would do it now.
Right now. There are so many eyes right now.
Whenever you say Success Club, Melissa jumps in. You can't say the word Success Club with Melissa not going on.
9 o'clock at night. This is when people are on. This is the time right now where posts get a lot of action. So even if you are in Success Club, who cares? Still, you can start now with these posts and these ideas and getting people excited. And hopefully this call got you guys excited, which that's why this all works. If you're excited about it, then you can share the excitement. If you're not excited about it, it's much harder to get other people excited about it. And if you need to get more excited, just hashtag make the shift and look at all the pictures of the people that were in this group, you guys. Never have there been pictures like this in 21 or 42 days, ever. And I'm in the group and I see what's going on, and like they're all real, like we're all following the same thing, like, so you should be excited.
And that's why I think us having this team challenge group is such a great thing, because otherwise it would be another program for us as a coach. And sometimes when we get involved in running our challenge groups, we forget to take care of ourselves and we forget to be challengers ourselves. And I think that having to be accountable as coaches in this like coach challenge group is really going to make a huge difference, because we get to experience what these test group people are experiencing right now. And it's really just going to blow it out of the water, I think.
Awesome. I hope you guys are just as excited as we all are here. Like literally, I just posted in the chat here, actually on the team page, that this is Christmas in June right now with this document. So we're gonna upload the presentation so you guys can have it. I just have to add in some stuff that Melissa pointed out as far as the selfies for the, for pictures. And then we're also gonna upload this document like as soon as we close out this Facebook Live. So
Melissa, someone asked if you can share really quickly, like, how is the food gonna look like? I'm sure that the nutrition guide is gonna be up on the 12th, I'm assuming. You can always go to the FAQ to get the exact dates on when everything's gonna be up. And they already share some of the they shared a lot of what to expect. So those two people who asked the question on the webinar, go into the FAQ. That's why we wanted to show you when Uniti spoke where everything was, because that's one of the things we find that the team is lacking. And you guys don't go in your back office and you're asking all these questions, and it's okay to ask them, but you guys need to really go in and search for this stuff, because there's so much goodness in there. And so, Melissa, I don't know if you want to share a little bit about what they're going to be eating.
So basically, I would say the biggest shift that you're all going to see in your meal plan is there's no grains ever, starting from day one. So it's a grain-free meal plan. So you don't need quinoa, brown rice, any grain, bread, none of that at all. So I think that's really the biggest thing that you have to think about for week one. The containers are the same as they are on anything else. It's just that your yellow containers are limited for week one of what you can put in them. So that's all you need to know. Other than that, like the proteins, the fruits, veggies, it's all the same. The lists are the same. It's just that your yellow list is not. It's much shorter. There's very few things you're allowed in your yellow container for week one, but it is the same number of containers for week one.
I love it. I'm going to have a great time, because I've already started doing that shift since January.
And then week two,
awesome.
You get less and you start to eliminate the yellows by the week. And then you get to add other containers. So that's for
Okay.
week one, which is all
So-
you're for, just no grains.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So before we close this baby out, there's 3 more days before you can all achieve Success Club and help change a few lives. And so I'm going to share with you real quick, and then anybody that wants to jump in with the secret sauce on how you hit Success Club in 3 days. I don't know about you, but I work really well under pressure, and I make shit happen when there's 3 days left in the month. I happen to be at Success Club 12, so I am good, but that doesn't mean that I'm not hustling. I'm still talking to people because I want to make sure that I hit Success Club early in the month next month, because I want to be all in with you guys. I want to be in the trenches with you guys. I don't want to be worrying about, how many Success Club points I have. I am already setting myself up for next month. And so what do I do when I haven't hit Success Club? I post like crazy. I reach out to my team. I'm like, can you comment on this post? And I just start putting things out there that I know will attract me. It always works. Always works. It's Transformation Tuesday. Get vulnerable. Post a Transformation Tuesday post, and then go and talk to all of your friends on Facebook, all your Team Eagle friends, all your friends within your team, all the coaches that you know, and tell them to comment on your post and get that post to circulate, okay? The other thing I do when I'm real hungry, I go live. And I post, or I'll make a quick, if I'm real busy and I just can't get it done, I'll make a quick video on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know that you can make a few clips on Instagram. It literally takes like 5 minutes. I made some cilantro when I was making my husband's food. I already got a message because my caption was catchy. And so I was just making cilantro and garlic to season a salmon. Like, guys, you're not hitting Success Club because you're just not putting your shit out there. That's why you're not hitting Success Club. So get out of your own way. Forget about people judging you for posting. You're a freaking coach. You're here to change lives. Go out there and share it. So that's my tip. I don't know if anybody else has anything that they want to share so that these folks can hit Success Club in the next 3 days.
Follow up with everybody. Literally go through every single message you have for like the last like 6 months, I would say, and follow up with them like again and again, because that is where you will, seriously, everything is about the follow up.
And just say hi, right?
Like, everybody, but you haven't.
How do you follow up, Brooke?
What I'll do is I'll go through like my messages that I have on Facebook. Like I'll just scroll back to say January, right? And I'll look at the people that, you know, I had a conversation with, but it just like kind of never really went anywhere. And I'll send a voice message. So it's not like type, so they can actually see that I'm a real person. And I'm like, hey, like, I know we spoke about this, like, it wasn't right for you at the time, but I had this amazing new group that's starting July 5th, and I really would love for you to have one of the final spots. Can we set up a call? Like, what are you doing later today? I'm around. Are you around? Things like that. I'll also like go on their page a lot before I send the message, and I'll start like clicking around, and maybe I'll like a picture or I'll comment on one of the last things they posted, just so like sometimes that's enough to spark them, and they contact me and they're like, oh, I totally
usually
forgot
they're
about
waiting. They're usually
Yeah.
waiting. Don't you get that? They're like, oh my God, thank you so much for messaging me. I was hoping you would message me. People are waiting
Exactly.
for us.
But I feel like the personal like voice like message helps so much.
Yep.
It really does, because then you're
I
not just some,
honestly,
like,
I was telling my
internet creep.
team. Yep, I was telling my team, like, you know, and this is not to the newer coach. This is to you, some older coaches who just stopped getting on the phone. Like, what is your deal with that? Like, you need to get on the phone. You know, it doesn't matter where you are in this business. You get on the phone and be good humans and talk to people. You know, it's gonna make things so much easier. That human connection is something that people want and crave. And so don't be that coach that's untouchable, that is only behind a computer. Be that coach, that person that wants to help and that will get on the phone. You wouldn't imagine the amount of people that tell me like, oh my God, you responded to me. You really want to talk to me? Like, people want that and crave it, and we can give it to them. So get over yourselves and get on the phone.
And also, real quick, let me just, a time-saving tip for the future. When you're talking to anybody that doesn't buy, write their name on a list. Like, going through your messages is the biggest waste of time on earth ever. I get it. If you don't have a list, you have to do it. There's no way around it. You have to do it. But just make a list. Like, I even like literally will make a like on my phone in the notes section as I'm having a conversation. If it's like I sent a link to somebody or like it's just heading in that direction, I just put their name on the list. Like, that's it. I just put their name on the list. So that way, when it comes to the end of the month, if I'm like, okay, or whenever, not necessarily end of the month, the beginning of the next month, or whenever it's time to like start having conversations again, I go right to that list and I put their name. And I mean, for me, my messaging, I have probably a million messages. So to try and go through those all and read back to see where I left off and where we were, I mean, that would be the biggest waste of time ever. So the list will save you so much time. Don't let anyone fall through the cracks. Start that conversation and put their name on the list, so you can't forget about them and they can't get lost. And then when it comes to this time where you're like, I need to get some new people, I need some new blood, you have this huge list of people to just pick up where you left off and not waste a second scrolling, you know?
Yeah, and people won't fall through the cracks.
Yeah, because they do. I mean, all of us. I'm guilty of that too. I mean, it happens to everybody. Like, so I you know, I'm always trying to work at that, but
Don't be afraid
Like,
to.
you know,
I'm sorry. Don't be afraid to
Go ahead.
Don't be afraid to start a conversation today. Like, people are like, oh, but I haven't formed this person. I haven't spoken to them. How am I just going to jump on and do this conversation? So your social media is your front of the business. On the back end, you're saying, hey girl, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is something that would interest you or not, but I'm hosting this group and it starts blank and I don't want you to miss out. Would you be open to hearing more about it? send that that's a cold invite. You're going to send that for these last 3 days, and then you're going to continuously on your social media post your transformation, your journey, your value, your tips, and people are going to gravitate towards you. I've closed in one moment, like in one cold invite, because my social media speaks for itself when you send it through the back. So don't be afraid.
That's a huge point. Like a lot of my coaches come to me like, oh my God, I'm doing everything and I'm not achieving Success Club. I'm getting so many no's. And I'll go on their wall and I'll tell them exactly why they're getting no's. You're getting no's because you're not marketing. Like Apple doesn't come out with a phone. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm waiting for the new freaking phone. And their marketing is dope on the freaking phone. The hype that's going on behind the scenes for all the Apple junkies is insane. You know, the thing looks like a freaking futuristic off the hook kind of thing, right? And so that's what you need to do. Your posts need to constantly be so awesome that these people that you're talking to fall in love with you. Okay. And it doesn't, and when I say they need to be awesome, it doesn't mean that you have to constantly be talking about Beachbody. You just have to be real. People want real human connection, right? So go on your wall right now, everybody. Yeah, value. Like if you have not talked about food, if you have not shared a recipe, if you have not talked about a workout, if you have not talked about, you know, DIY, mommy, I'm the best, or, you know, the kids are finishing school and what am I doing? Like if your personality is not coming out through your post right now, like if you don't fall in love with your wall right now, then go fix it. Go fix it. Your Facebook wall is not personal in the sense, it is a business, and your marketing plan needs to be on point. And the way it becomes on point is by being real and genuine. The new, you know, marketing, the new branding of this era is keep it real, be raw, be you.
Be you.
And so, yeah.
And people want to know what it is that you're doing. Don't tell them that your group or your company or your team is doing. I'm going to be doing this. Would you
know what else is a good little like tip or whatever that I do? I leave in my notes like all kinds of things I copy and paste. So like people will be messaging me now a lot. Like, okay, can you tell me what your shop is, right? I'm not going to rewrite that 50 times. So I literally have the simple, and the other thing, I'm going to read to you what I have, but the other thing, keep it simple, like very simple, like 3 sentences. Don't go into anything more than that. Like I literally say, okay, I'm ready to make the shift. Great. Have you done any Beachbody programs before? No, I haven't. So this is how it works. At-home workouts that build intensity each week. Simple meal plans that change each week with the workouts. A shake a day, daily tips, tricks, and motivation from me. That about sums it up. Questions, exclamation, like that's it. But that's it. It's literally this long. They can read it. It's in my copy and paste. I copy it. I paste it when people want to know. She wrote, sounds like a great option. What does that mean for budget? Total cost is $160. And then you said, you know, that's where we are right now. This all just happened while we're talking, but I have this in my notes and I copy and paste it. And if you need to change a little word here or there to make sense, you do, but I think the biggest issue that people have.
Look, these are my notes.
The biggest issue.
My notes are the same as Melissa's. We all do the same shit. And all my notes, everything is in my notes.
And the problem I think that people have so much of the time is the words they're using and like the word vomit of like constant, like so much talking that's not necessary. It's like, no, don't say that. Just
I don't
plan. Like,
I copy and paste. I have all my notes. I have probably like thousands of notes. And the other thing that we figured out, Mickey and I, the other day by accident, is you can legit share your freaking notes with your team. Stop reinventing the wheel. If you want to build a badass team, just freaking show your coaches exactly how to do this thing.
Yeah.
You know, when we have a meeting now, we don't have to take notes off 50 of us. We're like legit. Mickey and I put this webinar together with Melissa and Melissa and Nunidis and Norris by simply sharing our email in the note. And so you guys, you can do that. And everything I put into a note, even if I'm going to create a blog post, even if I'm going to create a post, in my notes, I have all the motivational posts, because I make sure that my Instagram has a motivational post every single day. And the whole week I have, okay, I'm going to talk about mindset this week. Boom, 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 with a caption, ready to go. Like this is a business, and you have to be organized and you have to have everything planned. And I'm glad that you shared that you have notes, because I thought I was the only crazy person with like 50,000 notes in my, like I use my notes for everything. Look at Brooke, all her notes. That's it. Mickey, how are they going to hit Success Club? Give them the secret sauce. You're going to tell them right now they're going to hit it today.
The secret sauce? The secret sauce is get to work.
Yeah.
That's it. The secret sauce is
Consistency.
exactly what has been shared tonight, guys.
I think Melissa was sharing something. Were you talking, Melissa? You're muted.
Who, me? Me? Melissa? Me? Anyway, consistency is what I'm saying. Being consistent every day. Be consistent. Go on your own page and scroll and see if people would know you're a coach. Like, make sure that your what are those? Those pictures you could pick? What are those? Like those, I don't know, there's like 5 pictures you could pick on your profile. I don't know, like spotlight photos or whatever. One of those should be a transformation picture. Like, definitely. One of those should be, make sure you're showing things that when people are scrolling, they're going to be like, oh, let me see about this. And then when they click that transformation picture, have your story there. Have what your story is, you know, how you felt, how you feel. Like when you're doing posts, use feel, felt, found. Use those 3 words. This is how I feel. This is how I used to feel. This is how I felt. And this is what I've found since then. Feel, felt, found. Use those words and form your.
Those the feature photos has to pretty much show who you are.
Yeah. So make sure something in there is showing you're a coach, so that people will know that.
And your banner and your profile picture. Your profile picture should not be your dog or your dog or your cat. It should be you, and it should be a great photo. Like right now, Lindsay could take a selfie of herself and it look like a professional photo because her background is clear. Like anybody can have a professional profile picture. You don't have to go pay for one.
Yep.
Or if you want to be, really professional and cheap, go to freaking JCPenney. You can get a whole photo shoot for like $10. So guys, just boss up in your business and make it happen. You have 3 days. I'm going to share a combination of Brooke and Melissa and Lindsay's power hour because it's off the hook and it's short and sweet. I'm going to post it on the team page to help you guys. If you want to really, boss up in your business tonight is the night. Dedicate an hour and make it happen.
Cool.
Okay, so I think we're done. Let's go crush this month, guys. 3 more days. Let's get to work.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be posting all the information that was shared tonight, guys. Ladies, thank you so much.
And the document.
Yes, and the document. I'm going to upload all that stuff right now.
All righty.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cabela.